Let's go a little bit further with the position property and use a position of fixed to create a header that sticks to the top of our page. Very common web page design element. Let's create the HTML element for our header. First of all, let's grab some copy. We're going to have a few paragraphs of text either side of our picture box. So in that container, a few paragraphs of text. Right at the bottom, a couple more paragraphs of text. You'll have to make sure you get that in the right spot, right before that last div. Okay, so it looks like a kind of an article in a news or a magazine web page. Let's add in the header and we'll make it sticky. So the header's going to go right at the top. We could use a header tag. I'm going to use a div. Describe it, and in there I'll put a h2 tag. Something like that. Close off the div. Excellent. So there's our HTML. Let's go and style that header, sticky header element. Alright, background color. Grey. Some padding. And we might make the text color white. Super good. So there's our header in place, but we want to make it stay while the rest of the content stay right at the top there, while the rest of the content scrolls underneath it. And we'll do that with positioning and a positioning value of fixed. Let's just add that in. Oops. Fixed. Alright, so you can see that that does some weird stuff, takes it out of the, takes our element out of the HTML flow, hooks it right to the top of the browser there, but kind of makes it act like it's in line, in that its width has kind of gone. So we want to reinstate that width. We can easily do that by adding a width of 100%. And that's looking a little bit better. And you can see that it is sticking in position. A couple more things we've got to fix up to get it acting exactly how we want it. We need to add a top value so that we can get it right up to the top of the browser there, a top value of 0. That's looking better. And some of our text is kind of underneath it at the moment, which is kind of weird. So we'll have to give our container element here some margin at the top, and I reckon about 100 pixels. If we add 100 pixels in there, it should drop everything down, and that looks a little bit better. So it's just got a bit of space before it reaches the header. That's looking good, and a strange thing occurs here where the text, the paragraphs go behind the header, and our relatively positioned picture box goes in front of the header there. Now that might be something that you want on occasions, but this instance I want to make everything sit behind my header. So I'm going to go back to the that picture box and make one final adjustment just to push that back in space a little bit. So I'm going to scroll down to my picture box relative, my picture box here, and it's got a position of relative, and I'm going to add what they call Z index, and this is the kind of how things stack on top of each other. And I can add a value here of a minus number to push it behind all of the other elements in the page. I think by default all elements have a Z index of 0, so if I push this back by 1, fingers crossed, when I scroll now you'll see that the picture box element is further behind the header, which is set to 1.